missing. The opposition and all that lane switching. This is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set, 280. 51. I'm coming for you. Mine.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
Check 53. Let's go. Undercut. Check 13. Check 13. PPP.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking long for Westbrook. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Switch. 25, check 25, check 25.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Regular. Give me that ball. Hey, let's go. Left. He's coming, double up. Kill. Regular. Hey, turn it up. Switch. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hatch it.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And able to find Green. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards. Miami!
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, 59. I got you. There you go, get down. Mike 59. You must be.
On second and 9, Fitzpatrick. Green brings it in. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
It's a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he completes it to Westbrook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
40 got.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Austin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, color.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mike 59. And here we go. Watch the pass. Kill.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Below Nichols. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing Fitzpatrick to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch. Check 37. I got 5 here.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Rush in. Check 52. Check. Left.
To throw on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morgan Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run with Hunt. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Feel it. Don't let him breathe.
Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. D.D. Westbrook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He's airing it out for Williams. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Austin. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Mike's 180!
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Wide.
Feel it.
Get wide.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
59 mark. 59 mark.
Kill.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch twist. Watch the twist.
From the 44, Fitzpatrick.
Check 31.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. 36 yards on the play. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that? Lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
I got him. Check.
Kill.
Check 24. Check 24. Bang, 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 bang.
Shoot.
Check the backer.
2nd down, McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
No.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
They went for broke on 3rd down, and it would have really lit up the sideline if that one had worked. What do they do now on 4th down?
Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. He's got it to Williams. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Alert! Go here. Get on!
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 24-yard line.
280. Get him on the hard. Move. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, switch gears. Double right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Check. Strong.
Check 50, check 50.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Watch the edge.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Watch twist.
52 and 56. 52 and 56.
Slide.
Left.
Back.
Go ahead.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Switch up.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Mike Finnetti! Go ahead.
Let's get off the field, D.
Mike, check. Hey.
Yeah. Check three.
Regular.
To throw on third down, Fitzpatrick finding Green complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
59. Check, 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check.
PPP. Kill.
Slam.
Left.
Slam.
Hey, Delta.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Looking long for Westbrook. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We got double up.
Left.
Shit.
They run again with Hunt. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike, check. 59.
PPP.
Watch the pass.
Hey, exit.
59, mark. Check, 59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now McKinnon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of it.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Demario Davis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Stafford got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. J.J. Watt. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Atlanta, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young you a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennial.